Welcome to digitalconstructive.com, and in this video the topic is, can you take the general contractor license exam in Espanol or Spanish? So in the state of California, the general contractor license exam is only offered in English. All classifications, all contractor license tests are only offered in English in California. However, you are allowed to bring a translator with you on the day of the examination. The CSLB does have specific requirements and restrictions for who can and cannot be your translator. And for those who don't know, the CSLB is the Contractors State License Board. So what are the rules for your translator? The translator that you bring cannot be a licensed contractor or involved in any type of construction. They cannot apply for their own contractor license for 4 years. And the person that you bring with you to translate on the day of the exam can only read the questions to you. Now, since the test is multiple choice and it's taken on a computer, you will have to select the correct answers on the screen. So typically what happens is when you apply for your general contractor's license, you're going to submit an application. There's going to be a question on there where they ask you whether or not you'd like to bring a translator. In your case, you'll check yes if you do want to bring one. They're going to send you a form in the mail, typically in a couple weeks. You're going to have your translator fill out that form that they send to you, and then you're going to pretty much wait for a test date. Now, it's going to be basic information, background information about your translator, just going to pretty much verify who this person is. There will be a section where they will have to talk about whether or not they have construction experience, etc. So that person does need to fill out a CSLB form. Now, you're going to go and take a computerized exam with your translator at a CSLB testing facility. So this is after you submit the application, after you get accepted for a test date. You're going to go and take the test at a state testing facility. Now, the translator is only allowed to read the questions to you in your language only. Now, the test is going to cover key concepts. So for the general contractor license, there's going to be a portion on planning and estimating. There's a portion on framing and structural components. That's good. That's a big portion of the exam. You're going to have to know about your core trades, so plumbing, HVAC, electrical, roofing, concrete, framing, earthwork and surveying, and insulation. You'll have to know about your finished trades. And then, of course, you'll have to know a lot about safety. So these are the main topics covered on the general contractor license exam. Now, construction terms from Spanish to English. Now, many construction phrases in English and Spanish, much like the rest of the language, can be very similar. El costo, the cost. Not too difficult, right? El proyecto, the project. Not a huge difference. However, some words are completely different. So, for example, el edificio, the building. Los ladrillos, the bricks. These different kinds of terms can trip people up. So it's really important to make sure that you have a solid grasp of, construction English terms. Now, study tips for bringing a translator. The translation thing, it really depends on the person. So what you really going to want to do is you're going to want to focus on learning the concepts and laws in your native language. This may not work for everybody. In my experience, this is kind of what helps. I've helped a lot of people, prepare for their exams, and this is kind of the way that I think is an effective way to study. So make sure that you understand the laws in your language. Make sure you understand OSHA. Make sure you understand, accounting concepts. Make sure you understand prevailing wage requirements, workers' comp, all the things that are on the law exam. Make sure that you really understand them in your language. Don't try to learn every single phrase and piece of vocabulary. It's going to be really important that you understand the concepts behind what the question is asking you. Use the context of the question to translate the words you don't know. So, you can basically see the question, understand the context of the question, and use that as your guiding, force when you're taking the exam. So on the same page, an ability of your translator to speak in a way you will understand. So you want to be on the same page with your translator. Make sure that this person's Spanish is good enough to be able to read the questions and translate them for you. Make sure that you have a good communication with this person so that nothing gets lost in translation. I've seen situations where having a translator on your test, it can either be a big help, but if not done correctly, it can be a colossal mistake and cause way more confusion than good. So, make sure that you choose your translator wisely. Again, they can only read the questions and repeat them in Spanish or whatever language that you speak. So I just want to thank you for watching. For any additional information, check out some of our other videos. If you found this video helpful, click the like button, subscribe to our channel. We've got a ton of videos on different contractor licenses and different information just about the process in California and all around the country. Again, this is digitalconstructive.com, and thanks again for watching.